What is going on, everybody? Tim with Morphed Out Reptiles here, bringing you another video today. First of all, we want to say we hope that everybody's having a great week so far, and everybody's having a good time. Everybody's having good season so far. If you are new to the channel, we do appreciate you stopping in and checking out the video. Be sure to hit the subscribe button and go back when you have some free time and check out the other videos. We have some pretty cool videos that we've posted out on the channel, and we're continuing to do more. And if you're a returning subscriber and viewer, thank you and welcome back. Today is pretty much like we just said, trying to keep the content consistent. I know that's a big struggle that I have, but pretty much everything is a video. Everything is content. Everything is something that we can put out into our channel, and hopefully you guys are viewers. Hopefully you guys take something from it, or it's just fun to just sit and watch. I know we watch a lot of other breeders' videos and stuff that they do. Even if it's projects we don't, work or anything like that, we just always tune in and check it out. It's cool to see what other people do. But yeah, so anyways, this is going to be, we're going to set up our hatchling tubs for the year. We have some clutches that are shedding, or they haven't shed yet, but they're coming out of the egg. So we have clutches hatching, and I figured, why not? We'll go through and set up some tubs. As you see behind us, we have our baby wall. So let's roll the intro and see you guys in a second. Alrighty guys, welcome back, and thank you so much for tuning back in with us. And like the beginning of the video said, today we are going to just doing some content ideas. So today we're going to be setting up a hatchling tubs for our freshly hatched ball python eggs that I think we have clutch 1 and 2 are definitely, clutch 1 is out. That's these bins. By the way, if behind us, this is our baby wall. We keep our baby and grow outs separate from the adults, mainly because cleaning purposes and everything like that. We don't mess with any adults the day or after. Oh, I'm sorry, we don't clean or do anything with the adult tubs before cleaning the babies. We always do the baby wall or the hatchling wall first. That's just our preference, and it's easy. It's better to not cross-contaminate, between the adults and growing hatchlings and stuff like that. So we just do, we clean and mess with the baby wall first, and then if I have anything else to do, our full cleaning day, which is usually our Saturdays, we'll go over and then we'll deal with the adults after we're done with this wall. Luckily for us right now, this wall is empty. We have 2, 4, 6. We have 8 in on this row, and then over here on the side, these are our holdbacks from last year. And honestly, we only have 5 animals in the holdback V18 racks that aren't moved over to the 50/40s. Most of our holdbacks from last year are already in 50/40s. They're doing great. They're smashing food. Definitely going to get some updated videos coming soon of the girls and stuff that we've been holding back, and certain keys of the projects that we're moving forward. But yeah, so be on the lookout for that video. But yeah, today, so like I said, this wall right here, currently right now is the Sea Serpent V18 racks. I really like these tubs, and kind of with the baby setup, we can actually kind of go into that before setting up a tub. I personally like these racks because right now, so basically why we love the V18 racks for our babies and our grow-ups and anything that we're holding back and stuff like that, pretty much from the time it comes out of the incubator, out of the egg, to the time it goes, if it's here that long, goes into the 50/40, this is where they are. And we really like this because it gives me some, I guess you could say, some space to move things around if I need to. We're always talking about making sure that we're set up for the best case scenario for our season. So if we, right now we're averaging, I think our biggest clutch so far has been 23 in a year. And I think this year we're probably going to get to the 20 mark, I hope. We have done a lot of different reconstructing and different project movings and adding animals, getting rid of animals. So we're kind of in the growing stage on that and fixing things still. But yeah, so we should see 20 this year. So if you do, the greatest odds, which it's not always like that, it's very rare, but if you have a great year, right now, this baby wall, this just consists of 9 V18 racks. I can hold 144 V18 tubs. So that's 144 individual babies. Um, I think our record so far is like 175 actual babies in a year. I'd have to go back and look at the records, but we hatch out and aim to hatch out over 100 plus babies. So this wall holding 144 babies right now, and it's not even complete. We still have to add another V18 rack here to complete to have 5 full set or 6 full sets, and then I was really thinking because me and obviously you guys know I do a lot of conversating and talking with Will and Audra over at Flawless Exotic Creations. Will mainly, and we're always talking about space. I don't want a cluttered room. I want to be able to move around. I like the open space and open floor plan that we have here for the curtain place that we're in. And we're always talking about utilizing every space that we can. So, like I said, right now, once we get this wall completed and we add the other V18 rack missing here, we'll be able to go from 144 V18 tubs to 160 V18 tubs. Now, you're thinking, okay, that's not a big jump. It's not a big number gap, but at the same time, that's an extra whole rack that we'll be able to at least either do holdbacks or we'll be able to have for extra spots in case an animal, we do really good in a season. It's a lot of tubs and we like that. And the good thing about these racks, is at the same time, if I really, really just get blown out of the water and get every single girl to lay for us in a year that we planned, and it's a big, huge year, we can always go and instead of the V18s, we can buy I think the V15s. Yeah, I think the V15s or Freedom Breeder style, I think they're the FB5s. So they're the smaller ones. Now in these racks, we can do 2 V18 tubs or 3 V5 or V15 or FB5 tubs. So that's 3. So if you do that, again, these racks, you can do 2 V18 tubs per shelf. That would equal out with our whole wall done. That's 160 tubs, 144 right now. But if we were to move down, we needed more room, we needed more tub space for hatchlings. We could go down to the V15 or the FB5 version tub and do 3 across. And that alone, with adding this other rack that we should have done before the end of summer this year. That's one of our main goals after the rodent shed. With that being said, if we do the 3 tubs per shelf, that's 240 baby tubs that we can hold on one wall. It's very versatile, and if we wanted to do half, the three tubs per shelf, and the rest of the half, the 2, it's perfect. We have a lot of options that we can do, which is key to, just making sure that you're prepared and keeping some extra tub space open and always having those options going forward. You never know what's going to happen for a season, so I just like to be prepared for that. On top of that, we've also been thinking, so I have this pretty much what I'm calling the dead space up on top of the racks. We have our TV just because we haven't had it mounted yet. I haven't really had a spot on the wall where we could put it, but we're working on that. And other than that, it's just thermostats. So we've actually looked into, we can actually add another 4-level V18 spot on top of every one of these racks, which once I get that upgrade done, because I do think that I'm going to go that route, once we get that done, I'll be able to hold 200 V18 tubs here. That's a significant amount from 160 or 144 up to 200. And that's not even including if we're swapping down to the 3 tubs, the smaller baby tubs. We do have the option. I am going to hopefully change this out because I don't use those tubs anymore. But I have 2 racks that are deeper. And they are able to hold 1 V35 Slim per shelf. These two middle racks, they can accommodate those B35 slim racks, or the tubs, and they're all it's one tub per level, so it's a little bit more room. Me personally, I've used them before. I really don't like the V35 slim version. V35, the regular version, the taller version, is good, but for these and these racks, we just keep them to the V18s or the V15s or FB5 tubs, which is we have plenty of options to do that. So basically, when we have babies and eggs hatching in the incubator, I want to go ahead and get my tub set up. Normally, before, I would wait for the whole clutch to shed in the egg box in the incubator. Moving forward with changing our plans and doing things a little bit differently, and having to test more animals, I'm actually in a toss-up, because before, with content and everything, we were going to do a clutch video in the egg box. After we pull them out, open them up, you guys see what we see. Unfortunately, with doing that, we want to try to get a jump start on the shed testing part on certain clutches, especially this year with moving more triple and double recessives and everything like that. We want to make sure that if the tests are out there, we want to make sure that our IDs are kind of matching up with what they are on the test, and still at the same time learning a different process of what the shed tests are showing that we're not seeing. It's a very good tool, and as always, we're going to slide over and see Charlie over at shedtesting.com. He's our guy. We love what Charlie does, so if you guys haven't checked him out, go check them out. There's also like RGI. They're big on morph market and clutch and everything like that. Those guys are great too. They offer a lot of tests. So you guys, I encourage, if the project is right and it's, something that you're looking into, I would go and, definitely look into the shed testing. But so yeah, basically with doing the shed testing now, with especially some of these clutches, we're not going to do a video in the egg box. So pretty much my goal this year, now that we're getting clutches to hatch, we're going to put them in their boxes before they have their first shed individually. And then when they shed, we're able to get a jump start on that shed testing process to get a quicker result, so that we're not, things happen, life happens, sometimes you might forget, like, oh, I didn't send this one out, stuff like that. We don't want to have that, because basically I want to keep things moving, especially this season. Last season, we appreciate all of our customers. We sold out of last season, which is awesome. We aim to do that again. Hopefully we make some cool stuff that we can release. So, but yeah, when we go through and all the animals in a clutch they've shed out, then we'll do pretty much a clutch reveal of what came out, and then we'll go through and talk and try to ID them as best as we can and see if we were right. So basically, I have a tub. You guys don't see the cart, but I have a tub just of like slightly warmer than room temperature. We let the baby soak in there while we're putting the tub together. So this one, we're going to be doing, I believe this is clutch 2. And we should have 7 eggs to put away. So the out, clutch 1 is up here in the top. They haven't shed yet. We did show some pictures on Instagram, so if you guys want, slide over to our Instagram. Be sure to hit the follow button and check out the photos of I believe that one was a blackhead Mojave yellow belly hypo het clown to a black pastel double het hypo clown. Interesting results on that. That clutch reveal video is going to be, it's definitely going to be something that you want to check out, because we had some things and information pop up on us on the clutch, so it's going to be interesting to show that off. So basically what we do with the tubs is, obviously I put my hatchlings straight from the eggs. When they first come out, they go into V18s. I don't use any hides. If they become a picky like feeder in the beginning, I have the options to put a hide in there. I have the options to go down to a smaller tub. But yeah, we also try to feed our new hatchlings. We tend to offer food at nighttime. I'm not saying it works. It's, something to stick by, but we've had really good success rate with our new babies that hatch out eating from feeding at nighttime. So that's something to think about. Just something small. It could be like that. So yeah, so basically what we do is we have our V18 tub. I have paper towels in the bottom, just two paper towels. We have our spray bottle with just regular water, and we give the tub a good mist so that it's pretty humid. And within a day to 2 days, this is gonna dry up. So we always check it and keep making sure that it's good. And then as you guys see over here on my table, I have tons and tons of clean water bowls ready to go. We always do that in prepping for the hatchling season. I always try to like pre-do most of the stuff. We have our paper towels ready. All of our tubs are clean, and we go through and clean out our baby racks, and then we get our water bowls ready because I know we're gonna go through them. So, and then basically that's it. That's our fresh hatchling setup. We spray it down. You can see it's pretty sprayed down pretty good. We have a water bowl in there, and then into the rack. So we're gonna go through and make these 6 up, guys. So now, as you guys can see, we have our tubs are sticking out. We have 7 tubs set up and ready to go. Just the basic setup, like I showed you guys. It's quick, simple. It makes it easy, and with cleaning, it makes it a breeze. Now, I know a lot of people, and even myself, we are looking into getting a ARS 10 series rack for our holdbacks. I'd like to get my holdbacks in those tubs. Now, as you can see, the baby tubs that we're setting up, they're the clear V18 tubs. Now, we do have, again, we do have the Freedom Reader style with the deli cup holder and the ventilation holes on it. Me personally, I prefer the clear ones only because we use these, I believe these are 2 inch. Yeah, I think 2 inch ceramic, what they call crock dishes. Um, we have a ton of these. I love these things, especially with hatchlings, because the hatchlings aren't, we're putting them on, paper towels. With the deli cup ones, you can only fit one piece and then the rest of the tub is open. Um, so there are some pros and cons to that. Now, once our holdbacks, we actually hold them back and they get to, I think, usually I move them about 100 to 150 grams, and they have some good size on them. We'll move them over to the Freedom Breeder one if I need the clear tubs. So we'll swap them out and use the clear tubs. But I like the clear tubs for the babies because we just put this ceramic right in the corner, paper towels. It makes everything simple. When we go through and clean our babies, we can just take these out. We clean them with our chlorhexidine solution and make sure everything's cleaned up and the paper towels clean the tub. And it's quick and simple. We don't have to go through and spot clean with bedding. I tend to not put the animals on bedding until probably 150 to 200 gram range. It just makes it easier and makes sure that they don't have any issues with eating or nothing like that. So basically, this is clutch 2. Yeah, this is clutch 2 for 2025. And we have our clutch card. Look at that, shows up right. It's not backwards. But anyways, so this is from an Orange Dream Chocolate Disco Pied male to an Orange Dream Chocolate Disco female. Both animals created here at Morphed Out Reptiles. And like I said, so basically what we're gonna do is we have our cards that we're gonna label, and all we're gonna do now is we're just going to soak, do a quick rinse. And then we know that if it's a male or a female. I know, I'll keep you guys guessing until they shut out. So we know that number 1 is a male. Put him in the rack with his card, and that one's done. This boy, this is actually a male. We know that this male is 100% het pied because the dad is a visual. So again, this one I pretty sure this is just a disco het pied male. This boy will be available once he's eating and everything. But that's the banger out of the clutch. Let's see if we can get a good shot of him. This is the best. Super nice. Barely any alien heads. I love that. To where the pattern is very striped across the tail. He's got it on both sides. Awesome looking animal. And that belly. Look at that. That's awesome. So Disco 100% het pied male. We do still have one baby that was in the egg. I put just I just take the clutch and put it right back into the incubator until that animal comes out of the egg. No harm, no foul. So yeah, and as you can tell, guys, so that's basically it. We set up, you know, our baby in its tub, just paper towels and a water bowl, and there you have it. Like to give them the good rinse in the lukewarm water before they go in there, and then once they shed, we'll keep an eye on them. Once they shed, we'll write their shed down on the card for their first shed. We'll mark that, package that up, get ready for shed testing, and then, you know, then we'll do a clutch reveal video. So you guys want to stay tuned for coming up this year. Well, this year we should start having those roll out probably within the next 2 to 3 weeks. Animals are starting to shed, so we want to get all those once the whole clutch sheds. We want to give them time for every animal in the clutch to shed, so that way then we can do an individual close-up and just kind of talk over and show off the animals that we hit and what came from the clutch, the breeding, and kind of go into a little bit of the genetics for that. So again, appreciate you checking it out and tuning in with us. Let us know if you like this kind of content. Just like to try to figure out new things to do. So we appreciate everybody watching, and we'll see you next time.